So, without further ado, this is Ghost of a Feeling
by Celestine Trinidad.
It was a long time ago.
She said,
Well, in college. Not too long ago, but, well, being in medicine, you feel like your life in college was a different lifetime altogether, you know? Anyway, this guy, because I loved him, I thought that I should give him everything. And I mean, everything?
She looked at him meaningfully at that, which gave him another fresh jolt of that weird, sharp pain.
Just to keep him. And I did, but maybe I didn't really love him after all, because when it ended, I didn't really feel sad or anything. Only relieved.
She said,
Well, I really don't know how you feel, because I hadn't felt that for a person before, but, well, I do know how it feels like to be so sure of something, but then no longer be sure of it anymore. And it's really painful, I know, and then you start thinking about all the other things in your life that can also be taken away from you.
Their eyes met, and she held his gaze.
But you said that to me yourself.
She said,
And there's still a chance that it won't be taken away from you. And there's still a chance that you can find happiness again.
Nathan took a deep breath and nodded.
So let's remember happier times.
She said,
Let me go back to my question. Tell me, when was the last time you remember being happy?
he told her about the last beach trip with Andrea, modifying the details accordingly, and when he finished, he realized that the heaviness in his own heart had lifted. It was strange. He thought he was saving her, but maybe she was saving him too. What about you? Tell me about your last happiest memory. Chris's eyes became distant.
New Year's Eve.
She said.
A year ago.
Nathan nodded encouragingly. Well, what made you happy then?
Nothing, really.
Chris said.
I was just home, I guess. I stay here in Manila during the school year, and I come home for the weekends, but sometimes I don't even get to, because I have to study for the exams, and that happens all the time.
She closed her eyes.
It was very nice. Mom was grilling hot dogs in the yard, and Pa was setting up the fireworks, and Pa didn't really want to spend on the really big fireworks, so we only had a fountain and some tortilla, but that was a yearly tradition. And I remember feeling really excited about the new year then, because, well, that was the year I was finally going into junior internship, the final year in medical school. And suddenly, we heard explosions, so we looked up and we saw the most beautiful thing.
Nathan watched her face closely as she spoke, marveling at the change in her as she told him her story. Her eyes seemed to sparkle with a light that seemed to shine from within. And her cheeks were flushed with excitement. He was suddenly very acutely aware of how her loose shirt draped from one shoulder, exposing her other shoulder. A few strands of her hair escaped from her ponytail, and he wanted to brush them back and entwine them around his fingers.
In the sky,
She said,
there were fireworks. You know, the kind that you see on TV? And you realize that it must have come from the big fireworks display from the bayan, and luckily we could see it from the house too. It was the most wonderful thing. And it was the first time it ever happened for us. And I remember thinking then that I could live like this forever. So full of hope and promise for the future with things falling into place.
She opened her eyes.
That felt really good.
She said,
Remembering. It's not really what happened that made me happy. It was remembering the hope.
and it's this that we should hold on to, Nathan said. Not the hurt, not the sadness, but the hope. When you're at your lowest, remember that moment and hold on to hope. She smiled.
Yes. Thank you for helping me remember.
They said nothing more after that. They only stood smiling at each other. His eyes did not and could not leave her face. She's so beautiful, he thought. She closed her eyes again. Without thinking, he leaned forward. His face was inches away from hers when he felt the warmth of her breath on his skin. He breathed it in when he realized She can hear me breathe. He jumped away, careful not to let out the breath that he had just taken in, and she wouldn't notice. He almost stumbled on the ground when he did so, and her eyes flew open.
Emilio, are you alright?
Fine, he stammered. Just, hey, it's almost sunrise,
Oh, you're right.
she said.
I better go to sleep. And you go wherever you go when it's daytime.
I will be here, he said. His heart had slowed finally. See you, Chris. And thank you. She smiled at him before she left. He felt a sharp, piercing pain in his chest suddenly, and he leaned on the boxes, a wry grin on his face. What the hell? He said to the rising sun.
Ghost of a Feeling?
By Celestine Trinidad.